What is going on, guys? This is Swamperts 2, bringing you guys our Week 1 battle of the LDL Season 5. Now, this week we are going to be facing, we faced off against Randward and the Toronto Totodiles. My boy Blazing Squid. Squid and I have a really awesome friendship and a really fun rivalry because Season 1, he knocked me out of playoffs. Season 2, when I won, I think I knocked him out of the playoffs. Season 4, he knocked me out of the playoffs. And so Season 5, I wanted to come back, and it was scary to think that the guy that knocked me out of the quarterfinals of last season is the first guy I faced this season, as we both had amazing teams, as you do see on this screen there. I'm so sorry. Squid decided to bring Jirachi, Manaphy, Zygarde, Gardevoir, Arcanine, and his Gengar, while I decided to bring our Nidoqueen, our Goodra, our Mega Alakazam, our Vaporeon, our Weavile, and our Conkeldurr. Now, this video is going to be taking place on his side of the battle, so because like I said, I do not personally have a capture card as of yet, but hopefully in the future, the rest of our battles should be able to be on our side of the field, so we'll be able to look at things better. But yes, this is going to be like I said, if you guys watched the team recap video, this is going to be post commentary for the main season, unfortunately, just because of the fact that, like I said, I don't have a capture card, and I don't think I'm going to be able to purchase one anytime soon. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and lead into this battle. Leading into this battle, I honestly thought he was going to bring his Tapu Bulu, but that wasn't the case. He decided to really opt out of it just because of Sap Sipper Goodra was a real threat. So we go ahead and start our release. I'm going to go ahead and start off by sending out our Nidoqueen because I wanted to get up Poison, Toxic Spikes while he leaves his Jirachi. Jirachi, of course, is super scary and everything. So I'm just going to go straight up for the Iron Head. For the Toxic Spikes. He gets the Iron Head, gets the flinch, unfortunately, which is unfortunate, but I am running the Black Sludge because it's a more of a bulky set for the Toxic Spikes. I knew I should have feared Psychic, but I really didn't want to risk anything. So he actually goes ahead and switches out because he is Scarfed, and he switches in the Manaphy, and I go ahead and I get up my one layer of Toxic Spikes. Main reason why I did bring him was just, of course, to whittle down his team, but I also didn't think he would bring his Gengar, and he really didn't have Hazard Remover. I think he only had a Defogger and Swellow, so I figured, that was a safe call. But the Manaphy goes for the Tail Glow, and I wasn't too scared because I had Goodra in the back. So I just decided I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb and pray that I can get the poison to start whittling it down. Unfortunately, that does not happen, and Manaphy gets to be at +3, so I'm thinking there's not much else I can do. Something's going to take a hit, and I would rather sack Nidoqueen off than have Goodra take a huge hit. So, of course, the Surf comes up. It's going to pick up the knockout on Nidoqueen. It really sucks because Nidoqueen, I felt, could have played a more important role this time around. Not this time around, but in this battle. And it sucked to really kind of sack it off so early in the game. But those Toxic Spikes were up as long as Gengar didn't come in and absorb them up. But because of that, Tail Glow, Escargot had to come in. My Goodra looking all nice and shiny there. Assault Vest set, of course. Modest set with full special attack, full HP, if I'm not mistaken, because its special attack is huge. Look at that, gets the hit, but he gets the freeze, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I thought that was the end of the battle, but somehow we thaw out that first turn. We get the Thunderbolt off, and we get the knockout. According to Squid, he made it a little bit more bulky, so because of that, I didn't realize that. I thought that we just landed an amazing, like, it was going to knock out no matter what, but nonetheless, Manaphy goes down, the Arcanine comes in, gets poisoned, and here is where Squid's prep turned out to be really amazing, unfortunately for us. He activates the Dragon Z move on his Arcanine to handle the Goodra, because he knew I was going to be bringing that Assault Vest set to handle things like Bulu with Sap Sipper and his Manaphy. So that Devastating Drake does come out, and Goodra's just not going to be around much longer, unfortunately. So I'm already down 2 Pokemon to his 1, which is really unfortunate. Because Goodra had such a wide moveset and would have been able to handle the Jirachi as well. But from there, we had to go into 3 scoops. Our Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is a Flame Orb Gut set. Arcanine goes for the Flare Blitz to get as much damage off. Squid told me afterwards as well he wanted to really switch in Gengar, but he didn't want to risk that that knockoff. Here I go for the Stone Edge, and I miss, and this is where I actually made my first... I think I was playing well up until this point, but this is where the misprediction kind of came into play. I should have Drain Punched, just so I could have gotten more damage off on that Arcanine and gotten health back, not risking that miss on the Stone Edge, because now after that Flare Blitz and more recoil damage, this Drain Punch is going to come off, and I'm not going to be able to get as much health on this Conkeldurr off as I would like. I had debated in between bringing Stone Edge on this thing as opposed to Mach Punch for priority, and, you know, with that burn damage slowly whittling me down, you can see there I'm sitting right around 30%, which isn't where I wanted to have my Conkeldurr, as the Gengar does come in and gets rid of the Toxic Spikes. So I decided to withdraw here and go into my Vaporeon, because Vaporeon can honestly handle a lot of things that Gengar can throw at it, and as you guys can see there, even max special defense, this Vaporeon's really taking the hit well, and I could Ice Beam or Scald it and get off at least 50% and potentially try and get a burn to whittle it down, which was the thought here. So I go for the Scald, and I actually ended up getting a crit here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I ended up getting a crit here. Huge thing for sure, but he gets the Curse Body, so I'm not able to Scald anything. So it's like, do I let Percy stay in this turn and get knocked out, or like, what do I do here? And it's like this is just isn't going like the way I wanted, so I'm just going to protect. I'm going to try and get a little bit more health back this turn, as, you know, Squid just continues to go for the Sludge Bomb, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I really misplayed hard with that Conkeldurr, and it put me, it hurt me the wrong way. And so Gengar goes for the Sludge Bomb, and actually I ended up living on like 3 health. The poison does suck because it was a Wish Protect set, but the Gengar is able to be taken out. Thank goodness, because I don't think I would have been able to handle the Gengar. But unfortunately, Percy is going to be going down to toxic damage here. That leftovers is not going to be enough to keep me going with Percy. I'm not going to lie. I built the team when I wanted to build. I did have a lot of time, and I built this team in under 20 minutes just because I was so short on time. And so I really didn't prep as well as I should have, which sucks because it is Squid. Now, I brought back in my Conkeldurr because I figured, you know, it's going to feel like a Mach Punch or something, or an Ice Punch. But this Zygarde goes for the Outrage, and Outrage, of course, is just going to go ahead and pick up that knockout, which is unfortunate because Ice Punch would have done a lot of damage, and it would have popped the Yachi Berry that I found out that it was holding, and allowed my Weavile to have come in and really have damaged this thing and knocked it out. But I go for the Icicle Crash, and I miss. That was just a key miss, and Squid and I looked at each other, and we talked afterwards, and we found out that even with the Yachi Berry, this Adamant Life Orb set I was running still could have potentially knocked it out. It was a 50-50 chance. And the fact that I lived that Outrage from Zygarde alone was incredible. So I get off another Icicle Crash, unfortunately on the wrong Pokemon, as he does switch into that Jirachi. It does a decent amount of damage, but unfortunately it's not going to matter as I die to Life Orb Recoil. I definitely brought the wrong set for Weavile. I should have brought it Scarf, because the Jirachi I found out afterwards was Scarfed. And, you know, while I felt like I did put up a decent battle, I felt like if I didn't miss that the Icicle Crash, I could have knocked out the Zygarde, and I would have made this match a lot closer for sure. But like Alakazam comes in, U-turn goes off. It's gonna get a good hit off. He's gonna switch back into the Zygarde. He's gonna Extreme Speed, and that's really gonna be game. But like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to prep, and that's my fault. I wanted to start off the season really nice against who I honestly consider my main rival in the league, with Blazing Squid. I'll leave a link to his channel down below as well for you guys, so you can go ahead and check out his reaction, because he has a live reaction to everything, and his reaction to the freeze thaw crit Thunderbolt is the same as mine, just opposite. But unfortunately, you know, we're gonna be picking up a loss against the Toronto Totodiles here in week 1. But you know, I had fun. These Pokemon, like I said in the recap, are Pokemon that I'm not really familiar with, but I wanted to have fun. It sucks that, you know, I couldn't have made it a closer match. That misplay with the Drain Punch on Conkeldurr really cost us, with potentially living in Outrage, as well as missing that Icicle Crash with Weavile. Just, it's never fun to miss a move like that, especially when Icicle Crash it has such a high percentage to hits, you know? But that's going to go ahead and wrap up our Week 1 match here of the LDL Season 2. Next week, we're actually going to be facing Squid's little brother, Isaac, and the, I believe, the Seattle Onyx. So definitely stay tuned for that. I should be able to post that video hopefully sometime Sunday or Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So please look forward to that, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below. Just let me know how terrible I am at the game, honestly, because I played really badly this week, and you know, I'm really sorry about that. But leave a comment down below, thumbs up that thumbs up, a like button for your thumb, bro, and body slam that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. My name is Sunbrother to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.